Hello people, I am currently in Jordan. Look at my little clicker for my tripod. I'm currently in Jordan and I'm in Wadi Rum and I'm having a really good time, though it's very quiet, kind of just here on a chill one. I just wanted to film a video about how I find it a bit easier to do things alone than the average person my age, I'd like to say. Guys, tell a lie, I actually was meant to start talking about like why I find it easy to solo travel and whatnot, but I kind of deviated and I was just talking specifically about how I find it easy to take pictures alone, like solo pics. So that's what the video is actually about. I started editing earlier and I realized I literally touched on only the solo traveling part, like alone at the end. But and before Benny or Elizabeth, before you try to tell me that's ADHD, no, I just simply forgot. Stop trying to diagnose me, babe. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to share like the thought process and how I get myself to do it. I'm gonna like try to do the practical things, like what you should and shouldn't do, like as in tripods, yada yada yada, and then I'm gonna talk about the actual thought process behind and like emotionally how it can be very difficult to do so. One, if you don't like asking strangers for photos, or you feel like you're not going to meet people at the place you're going, then you should invest in a tripod. A good tripod, my tripod, like I showed you, it has a camera clicker for when I do want to take pictures by myself, or I can hold it to take a video. Sometimes it's okay for a stranger to take a photo too though, if you're comfortable doing that, don't give them a hard time because they're doing you a favour after all. Don't put too much of an expectation of how they might turn out. I've seen strangers, like when I've asked for a picture, like they do this a lot, they're doing all sort of angles, and that's not like the type of picture I want, but I appreciate it because at the end of the day they're not there to be my photographer, so it's okay. Like I even like them doing it just so I can look back and be like, oh, that was funny. Like I keep those photos a lot, but then obviously when I'm posting I don't really post those ones. I should make a like compilation of like photos that strangers have taken of me. Number two, I'd say again to be practical, if you can, get there early to wherever it is you want to go, like whether that be a museum, a exhibition, I don't know, try to get there early. With that, of course, it would be practical again to take a tripod with you, unless you're comfortable asking staff for pictures and stuff, and arrange your sleep schedule kind of thing before that. No point trying to go early and then when you do wake up, get ready, you're just not feeling it, you're not going to feel the photos, you're not going to be in the right headspace to even really enjoy yourself. So do also make sure you get a good sleep, well, try to at least. I'm so hypocritical for saying that, by the way. And yeah, obviously that helps with less people in the background, etc. I try to not get people in regardless, like I'll just wait, like see if they'll move, or if not then I'll move myself. Petra is like a wild wonder that I'm going to tomorrow, so I think there might be a lot of people because I can't go early because I leave here around 9ish, so I wouldn't be there when it's less crowded, which is like 6 a.m. So I know for sure there's probably going to be people in the background of my photos. I'm thinking, will I actually sit there and edit everyone out? I'm not too sure. It depends how bad. I've never done it and I don't know what to use to even do it, so I'd have to look around and like do some research on that. But research, it's never that deep. Just like ask TikTok. That's not even research, but that's what I meant. Another practical one is to practice your poses beforehand. I think I'm worse at posing when someone else is taking a picture of me. When I'm taking pictures of myself, oh my god, I come up with the most insane poses ever. Like, who is she? So yeah, just to get a feel of like what it's going to be like, so then you're less nervous. Let's say a staff member or a stranger is taking pictures for you, you're more comfortable, you know how to pose. It saves time as well, you thinking of should I do this, should I do that, because then that could get them irritated, which is fair enough. I personally, when I take pictures of people, oh babe, I've got all the time in the world for you, because I love trying to get good pictures for people. I think it's such a good thing to want to hold on to a memory, because God forbid, after someone passes, all you have is their memories and the pictures you took, the things you shared, etc. Like, I'm not saying how else can I say I've been there, but really, what do you have to show for it? Okay, another one is like, very cliche, but just go behind the camera and actually stand there and do it. You can have the most awkward pose ever, the most raggedy outfit, but I think it's still so important to take a picture of the moment. You're gonna look back and like probably laugh. It's funny because I remember when I was 13, I was taking pictures. I was thinking I ate it up, but guys, it was so bad. But now looking back, it's like, oh, I was so young and I was actually confident enough to go out and try to take pictures. I loved it because it's still a part of me. Another one is you're gonna probably be stared at. That one I still kind of have a little issue with because I hate being stared at, period. Tripod or not. Like, I hate being looked at. honestly, I just hate people acknowledging my presence. I just don't like people looking at me, and it's so, again, hypocritical because I love people watching, but only because I'm like such in awe of other people in this world that just go about their lives and whatever. But anyways, yeah, no, so 9 times out of 10 people will stare, but usually it's because they're actually intrigued. And like when I see a girl taking pictures on her tripod, there was a girl in Paris, and I swear to God, she was sat on the Seine River like edge, like she was sat there high up, tripod out, didn't care about flipping pickpockets for some reason, but her tripod was out and she was doing like proper poses. And I looked at her, I was like, I'm actually so like wowed. Like, is she like live or is she taking pictures? Because her poses were quite frequent, so I was just genuinely intrigued, and she was so beautiful. I don't remember, did I tell her? Oh yes, I did. I remember I complimented her as we walked by. Yeah, no, she was beautiful. So yeah, people will stare, but it's usually because they're intrigued by it or they're inspired by it, like I was with that woman, you know. And there might be that odd person that just stares at you and thinks, okay, who does this person think they is, whatever. It's like, they're probably miserable. They think it's out of touch to have a tripod and want to take a picture, and I think it's far from out of touch. Firstly, let's not act like we're not in the most digital era of time right now, and that doesn't mean, oh, your life should always be online. But I'm sorry, when I have children, what can I show them about my life, like up until I had them? What do I have to show them? What, my exam grades, my flipping bank letters, my packages from flipping, I don't know, Shein? Like, I have pictures to show them. Okay, I was wearing this, I was at here at this time, I met this person. I don't know why people seem to think it's such a bizarre thing to want to take pictures. Like, you're telling me I should just look at this and not want to take a picture? I know you can live in the moment, but you can very much so capture that moment to come back to it. Because I swear to you, every time I've taken a picture, taken a video, looked back at the vlogs I've been doing on YouTube, I get so much nostalgia, and it makes me so happy that, you know, I had that moment. And I even sometimes forget some of the things that had happened until I really watch videos and stuff, and I'm like, yo, and I notice things more as well when I'm looking back on the videos. It's like, how is that actually out of touch? I'm enjoying my life. That part really does irk me a lot, when people think you're just overly confident or whatever because you want to take pictures of yourself. I'm sorry, if you look good, you look good, so take flipping pictures, babe. Sorry to again go off on a tangent, but the people that do stare, it's okay to look at them, stare back, but smile to the other person to let them know you're confident. I was taking pictures by the monastery in Bulgaria, and there was people walking by, and I did get a few stares, but I always just stared back and just like smiled at them just to show them I'm comfortable, you know. Like, I think before I used to look back and then get really nervous and like want to put everything away. But yeah, no, it's just better to be like, oh, like, I've acknowledged you're there, I'll move out the way if I'm in your way, whatever, but I'm gonna carry on what I'm doing, because I'm not gonna stop because you've seen me. It's like kind of like it's like a shame thing. Why would I be ashamed of wanting to take a picture? So yeah, make sure to be wary of your surroundings, because I think that's the most important part. Like, don't be doing mad shit on the road and stuff like that, because that could end up really badly. Like, it's never that deep, unless of course you know you've looked around, or like you're with someone. You shouldn't be ashamed to express yourself if you like being behind a camera. And I think I still struggle with talking in my vlogs, and I say this quite often. I think it's just because I don't really have much to say sometimes, and I just want to show you guys the scenery. I think this one's not to do just with pictures alone, but if you're going somewhere or you're trying to start something, or like you have a new goal for yourself, I'm big on like keeping all that to yourself and like letting it speak for itself. But I think it's also good to tell someone, like just the one person, whether that be your mom, your sister, your whatever, just someone really close to you that won't sway you away from doing it. But I think it's important to tell them, because they can kind of hold you a bit more accountable, because there's only so much accountability you have for yourself. And like when times get hard, you can easily just stop it and no one will have to know you failed at that goal. We can cheer you on. Or if I tell my mom, oh, I'm going to the desert today, she'll obviously be wanting pictures and stuff, so that could be another like factor when you're in your anxiousness or in your head about, oh, there's people there, I don't want to take pictures. I can be like, okay, wait, no, but mom's wanting pictures, so I'm going to take pictures. But let's say when I'm on FaceTime or like a video call in public, I feel no anxiety. Like, it's literally just about what's in your head. Of course, when I'm on a phone call, it gives me that responsibility to actually speak, even if my camera is here, saying hi, da da da, how's I'm, yada yada yada, and people will still be looking around. It's because your intention is different. Your intention is to, you know, be on a phone call and respond to whoever's on the receiving end, compared to like if you're vlogging or whatever and it's just you speaking to a camera. My camera just kind of stopped for a second there, but I was saying, obviously, you know, when you get really overwhelmed and you just want to end it and leave, like, make sure your mind's telling itself, listen, it's not embarrassing unless I want it to be. Embarrassment isn't in the hands of other people, it's in the hands of ours. If you fall and you trip and you stop there to look around or how many people saw it, you're making yourself feel embarrassed, because you can just trip, get up, move away. Where in that can you say it's embarrassing? Yes, it's embarrassing you fell, but it's not embarrassing to you. You're more concerned about your safety than whether it's embarrassing or not. I think you should apply that to every aspect in your life, because we're all gonna die. We're actually all on a ticking bomb. So you should add life to your days, because there's no point sitting, rotting away when there's so much in this world. There's no goal that is unattainable if you really want it. Second or third to last is to make sure you're enjoying the moment as much as you are capturing it, because there's no point showing pictures to whoever it is, your friends, your family, your future grandchildren. There's no point of all of that if there's no story behind it, no, you know, actual emotion. It's just meaningless, soulless pictures. I think that's the part where I'd say it's very out of touch, so make sure you're actually being present. To wrap this up, guys, like, aside from pictures, anything in life, if it makes you happy, just go after it, go and do it. I know it's cliche, but honestly, you shouldn't sit there worrying about what people think for the rest of your life, because everything in this life, someone will have an opinion about it, good or bad. People perceive things very differently to you. It's all because of their experiences and their past and like how they've been educated, their culture, their religion. Perception is different for everyone, and I feel like the people who matter wouldn't mind you sitting there taking pictures, trying to reach a goal, trying to learn a new skill. But the people that mind don't matter, because why are you going to sit there and live for people that constantly don't want you to evolve, don't want you to reach any goal, don't want you to amount to anything in this life? So why would you even care about what they think of you? Are you with me? That is embarrassing. I'll tell you that is very embarrassing, to constantly live for others and how they feel about something you want to do. So yeah, remember that quote, guys. The people that mind don't matter, and the people that don't mind matter. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna enjoy this view. I'm gonna see what I get up to, and yeah, assalamu alaikum.